1.
And we're back. Welcome to the movement. We are on episode 7. My name is Courtney McManus, one of the co-hosts here.
I am Moose, hashtag your friendly neighborhood. Yep. I am Moose, hashtag your friendly neighborhood Moose, the other co-host of the Movement Podcast. Ba-tow!
Let's get it going, baby.
Ooh.
Today we are here to talk about some tips and tricks for real estate safety. We also have some crazy stories for you guys, too, as well.
Couple stories.
We got a lot of feedback on our haunted house episode from I don't know, that was episode 2, I think, and everyone was loving the crazy stories. So
yeah, it was so long ago. We've come so far, Courtney.
We have come so far, Moose. But so a lot of my friends keep asking me why I haven't brought up this Bridgeport story about what happened to me last year in Bridgeport. And a couple of the agents in our office too were like, "When are you going to share this crazy story?"
It's crazy, so nuts.
And honestly, I wasn't even going to share it. But I guess why not, right?
You got it. This thing is
definitely relevant.
It's really, really crazy. Sit tight, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll make a very, very, very long story short.
You should make a short story long. This shit is crazy.
It is. So last October, I was in Bridgeport going to town hall. Musa and I were selling this house, and we needed to get permits for the house because some work had been done to it, whatever. Go to town hall. As I'm getting ready to get out of my car, someone rolls into the back of my car. Like, awesome. So I get out, look at it, it's just a little scratch, nothing crazy. And I said to the girl, I was like, all right, like, not that big of a deal. Like, just give me your insurance information. We don't need to call the police. And she looks me dead in the eyes and she goes, I'm not fucking giving you my insurance.
So just to reiterate, you're on like a highway road.
No, I'm in front of, I'm on State Street in
Tiago's,
Bridgeport.
Right, got you.
Yeah, I'm on State Street in Bridgeport. And, yeah, this girl, she's just like, I'm not fucking giving you my insurance. I was like, what? Like, what do you mean? And she's like, yeah, no, my boyfriend will just fix your car. I was like, absolutely not. I'm sorry. That's just not happening. So, long story short, I'm like, listen, if you don't give me your insurance, I'm going to have to call the cops. You don't have another choice. She's like, it's not happening. I'm like, all right. So call Bridgeport PD. I'm on the phone with them. She looks at me. She's like, what are you doing? I was like, what do you mean? What am I doing? I'm on the phone with the police. You just hit my car. Wrong answer. This girl gets back in her car, puts it in drive, slams into the back of my car again.
This is crazy.
Jumps out of the car, runs over to me, still on the phone with 911, picks me up by the shoulders, over her head, body slams me right down onto the cement on State Street. This girl continues to beat my ass, whoop my ass. You will never hear me tell someone that I got my ass whooped, but this girl beat my ass.
This has to be said too.
Still on the phone with 911.
Still on the phone with 911. You have to describe what this person looks like. I don't even know. Should we stand up and should I stand up so you can see the size difference? And this person was me.
This girl could take Moose in a fight. I'm sorry, Moose, but she would have your ass.
I'm 6'1".
This was a big girl.
Yeah.
So she whoops my ass, right? Gets back in her car because she knows the police are coming and takes off. And I'm just laying there like, that really just happened to me right now. Cops come, ambulance come, and I'm telling them, they're like, asking me what the girl looks like. I'm like, she's huge. And they're like, all right, Courtney, you're a small girl. How big really was she? I was like, guys, this girl was big. They're like, all right, whatever. I'm in the back of the ambulance now because I have a full-blown concussion. I'm bleeding. I have bumps and bruises everywhere.
You just got your ass
And the girl ended up coming back to the scene or whatever, and they came over and they were like, damn, that girl was big. You weren't kidding. In the back of the ambulance.
This girl's got to be 6'5", 300 pounds.
I called Moose. I was like, dude, you got to cancel the showing with Natalie because I'm not going to make it. I'm on my way to the Bridgeport Hospital right now.
Christ. I mean, you can't even make that stuff up.
But the crazy thing is when I tell people that story, they're like, oh, well, I bet you wish you had a gun then, don't you? I bet you wish you were carrying. And I'm like, hell no. If I had a gun at the time, my ass would be in jail now if I killed that girl.
Definitely.
So I think that's really important.
Because she would have definitely gotten shot.
It's definitely important to kind of dive into that and get into that whole situation too, because a lot of people think oh, real estate agents, you better bring a gun with you, blah, blah, blah. But you can really get yourself in some serious trouble if you aren't using weapons the right way.
Right, absolutely. And I think that, self-defense is certainly something that you should be diving into as a real estate agent. You should always practice proper safety techniques. One thing that I noticed. We were on the show the other day, and in fact, it was the appraiser. We were on this appraiser, and we were in Norwalk. And you know what? The lady, she was smart. She didn't let us, people that she did not know, walk behind her. Like at no point in time
I've heard that a
were
lot.
we walking behind her. She was always like, no, you go first.
Yeah.
No, you go first.
And it's
she
a
was
smart
always
way.
behind us.
It's a really smart way to do things. And after that whole Bridgeport situation, our company, Yellow Brick, actually started offering free self-defense classes.
Yeah.
So I think that's cool for other brokerages too.
Yeah.
Or other agents, if you're listening to this and you think it's a good idea, bring it up to your brokerage. There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
If they should be providing you with everything possible to be as safe as you
Absolutely.
possibly can out in
No
the
more
field.
ass whoopings.
No more ass whoopings. They don't give me leads out in Bridgeport anymore. They try and give those to other people, but whatever.
No, it's crazy.
Whatever.
It's definitely, you know what? It is what it is, and you just gotta practice safety. And again, big thing is to make sure that not that you're armed, but for instance, we were just talking about weapons, right?
Yeah.
So if I have a weapon on me and like I go to use it, and let's say like the rules in Connecticut. Let me bring this up real quick.
Yeah, so like the use of deadly force, like mace and pepper spray can actually be considered using deadly force. So if you mace or pepper spray someone in the wrong situation where they don't have a weapon too, and there's no reason for you to really feel like your life is in danger,
Right.
you can go to jail for that, or you can definitely be prosecuted and charged.
Right.
Pay a lot of
absolutely.
fines for that.
So, like, this is if someone, like, breaks in your home, for instance. Once a person is physically in your home, the circumstances change. If the perpetrator is armed with anything that can cause serious physical harm or death and you fear for your life, you can shoot them. However, if there is no sign they are armed and they are simply there to steal something, you may not shoot them.
Yeah, so that's crazy. Like that story a couple of years ago when that guy, he found someone had broken into his daughter's bedroom and he killed the guy right then and there. That father is now in jail for killing the man that broke into his daughter's bedroom because that man didn't have any weapons on him. So he technically didn't have any, deadly uses of force on him.
Right on. And again,
that's crazy.
Insane. Did you see that there's a video that came out September 14th or September 24th? It was this year, but it was an open house, and this lady who's a realtor is in this open house by herself, and she is going through, about to close up, and there's an individual guy that comes, and thank God there's like a Ring camera or whatever
this was
it was.
in
California. And so this guy is like alone with this lady in this house, walking around being like, oh, show me the upstairs. Show me the closet of the upstairs.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, dude, you're getting weird. Walked out. There is footage of she has done nothing. You can tell she's done nothing. And this guy just pushes her over into this like bush and like attempts to either sexually assault or beat this girl's butt.
You see that happening a lot with open houses too, because people see, there's a small female that's going to be alone in that house.
Yeah.
So I get that, like, a lot of my family members are like, Courtney, like, I'm really scared of you showing strangers and stuff like that. And it takes a type of person, definitely. You have to kind of know your surroundings, but you also can't be afraid of everything either. You really kind of have to be strong-minded.
Absolutely. And again, that's knowing your surroundings. You want to know something funny? You want to hear a funny story about knowing your surroundings? I was in New Haven on this showing this one time. This is actually a pretty crazy story, too. But I was in New Haven on the showing this one time. And I get there earlier. There's a lockbox in the back. So I go to grab the lockbox in the back.
Yeah.
I had left my keys in the car. That's first things first. So again, I am the idiot that literally leaves his keys in his car. So I'm in the back, go in the lockbox, and I see my car. It's a Hyundai Sonata. I start to see like the front of my car like creep up. I'm like, oh, that's weird. That's real weird. And so I go back around. I have the keys. I'm like going to go open the door, and I see that my car is now in full drive. It's like going down the street. There are these two kids in New Haven that literally hopped inside my car. In fact, I was on the phone with you, I think. I was like talking to you on the phone.
You were like, what? Hold up. You hung up the phone. This guy calls me back like 20 minutes later. He's like, these kids just stole my car.
Literally just tried to steal my car. They must have been like 14, 13-year-old kids, wherever they were. But, I mean, I would, first and foremost, never leave your keys in your car, as I literally have my keys in my car right now.
Yeah.
But the other biggest thing is, we were just talking about Bridgeport, New Haven. It is what it is. Like, there's always nice areas. There's nice areas everywhere.
Right.
There's bad areas everywhere, too. So, know your surroundings.
Imagine if you shot those 13-year-old kids. You would be in jail right now.
Oh, yeah.
You would be in jail right now.
With a heavy conscience.
You definitely really need to think about what you're taking out into the field with you and what you're flashing around to people, because you really can get yourself in some serious shit.
Definitely don't flash people.
So I have this showing, or not the showing, I'm sorry, this listing in Weston. It's like in the woods, like deep back, super private, secluded.
Yeah.
And everyone wants to see it when they get out of work. So like 7 o'clock at night. Now it's end of November. It's pitch black out.
Dark,
so I'm meeting these complete and utter strangers in the middle of the woods at nighttime. Usually it's pouring rain the past few nights, but it's scary. It's scary. I don't want to really carry around mace or anything that's going to get me in trouble, but I do have these little like scissor nose hair clipper things in my car.
Get somebody by the nose.
I keep them in my pocket, so like if I'm doing a showing with a complete stranger, usually I try and bring Musa meeting strangers just because I really don't like to meet people alone. But if I am, I got those nose hairs clippers. I don't think I'll get in as much trouble if anyone ever finds that. It would definitely mess someone's day up. That's for sure.
It would totally mess someone's day up, and their nose hairs.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. But I think it is really important for people to realize that these weapons are considered use of deadly force, and you can get in a lot of trouble. So you need to be careful, but you also need to keep yourself safe and be aware of your surroundings.
Practice safety. I mean, like I said, I'm 6'1". That lady that beat your butt was like 6'5", but like realistically, you're a small individual. You're a smaller individual,
right?
So you should always be practicing and watching. That lady in Norwalk, she's sitting there practicing safety on. We're kids, right? I'm not.
Right.
I'm old. I'm 31 years old. Jeez, I'm not a child anymore. But
you're old.
Right? But
life's over.
It's done. But there was no point in time where I'm like, I'm going to push that old lady down the stairs. You know what I'm saying?
You never know, though. You could have.
Yeah.
And also,
give us that right appraisal number.
No, but that is true, and we do really want to give an original vision on this show of talking about the real realities of what real estate agents go through.
That's
and that is a real reality.
Say that again. Let's go through that one.
The real realities the real realities of what it's really like to be a real estate agent.
The real realities of what it's really like to be a real estate agent.
And it's true.
We should turn that to a hashtag.
Okay. So, what are we on, episode 7 now?
This is 7.
All right, I think we wrap it up here, but thanks, everybody, for tuning in to episode 7.
Lucky number 7.
The Movement. And, we'll see you guys next week.
Woo!
Over and out.
We did it.
All right.